Look, if you're living in New York, California, or even Texas right now, and you're working a normal job, maybe you're a teacher, a cashier, or a construction helper, you're likely feeling a crushing weight that nobody wants to talk about. You're working 40, 50, maybe 60 hours a week, but your bank account looks like a crime scene every Friday. And the worst part? You've been told that to fix this, you need to be the next Bill Gates or Mark Zuckerberg. You've been told you need a master's degree or some expert skill that takes 10 years to learn. Wrong. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how people with no special skills living in the most expensive cities in America are quietly building wealth loops that pay for their lives while they sleep. And stay tuned, because I'm going to reveal a specific opportunity in states like Virginia and Washington, D.C. that most people are walking right past every single day. Let's look at the screen. On the left side, we have worker A. Let's call him a teacher in Los Angeles. He wakes up at 6 a.m., deals with the commute, struggles with the $2,800 average rent for a decent apartment, and spends $500 a month just on basic groceries at Ralph's or Vaughn's. He's stressed. His productivity is dropping. His relationships are strained because every conversation ends up being about money or the lack of it. Now look at the right side. This is the same person, same job, same 24 hours in a day, but he decided enough is enough. He stopped blaming the economy and started changing his positioning. He realized that while the cost of utilities and health insurance in the U.S. is skyrocketing, the access to global income has never been cheaper. You don't need to be Elon Musk to change your life. You just need to stop being a financial zombie. Here is the thing about states like New York and California. The cost of living is a trap if you only have one source of income. If you're in NYC, your average housing cost is nearly $3,500. If you're in Miami, the insurance and grocery prices are eating your soul. But here is the secret. These expensive states are also where the most problems exist that people are willing to pay to solve. Wait, it gets worse before it gets better. Most people think, I'll just work more overtime. That is a trap. You're trading your most valuable asset, time, for a flat rate. Your biological battery drains, and you have nothing left for your family or your dreams. If this content makes sense to you, please click the like button and subscribe to the channel. Now, how do you actually break out? Let's talk about the proxy entrepreneur model. Take the example of a cashier in Texas or a military member in Virginia. They don't have time to build a factory, but they do have micro gaps in their day. There's a real story of a construction helper in Washington, D.C. He didn't know coding. He knew how to organize tool sheds. He started a simple service arbitrage side business. He used an app to find people who needed garage organization on weekends. He wasn't an expert like Mark Zuckerberg. He was just consistent. Within 12 months, his side income matched his construction salary. The first step is identifying your hidden equity. If you're a teacher, you have communication skills. In the US, the tutoring market is worth billions. But don't just tutor locally. Look at digital platforms where you can reach students in high wealth areas of Los Angeles or New York, while you sit in your living room in a cheaper part of Virginia. But what if you want to be a passive investor? You might think, I only have $50. Look, that's where you're wrong. In the U.S., fractional investing in real estate or index funds allows a cashier to own a piece of the very companies they work for. If you live in a high-tax state like California, you need to understand tax-advantaged accounts like the Roth IRA. It's not Wall Street magic. It's basic math that most schools never taught you. Here is an open loop for you. In just a moment, I'm going to give you the 3-3-3 rule for generating your first $1,000 of passive income without touching your 9-to-5 paycheck. But first, we need to address the motivation myth. You don't need motivation, you need an SOP, a standard operating procedure for your life. Stop checking the price of luxury items you can't afford yet. In states like Texas, where there is no state income tax, you have a massive advantage. Every dollar you save on taxes is a dollar you can put into an appreciating asset. Remember the teacher from the split screen? He started by house hacking in a suburb of Houston. He bought a small property, lived in one room, and rented the others. His normal job paid the bills, but his house paid for his future. This is how normal people become millionaires in America. It's not through a lucky stock pick, it's through consistency. Now, for that 3-3-3 rule I promised. 3 hours a week dedicated to learning a high-income skill, like digital marketing or project management. 3 months of consistent effort before you expect a single penny, and 3 different experiments in monetization. Maybe you try retail arbitrage at a local Walmart in Virginia, buying items on clearance and selling them on Amazon. Maybe you try digital products. The point is, you must try. Listen, the slump happens when you feel like there is no way out. But the exit door is right there. It's just labeled discipline instead of lottery. Whether you're in a crowded apartment in DC or a house in the suburbs of LA, the rules of wealth are the same. Stop being a consumer and start being a producer. Your profession, teacher, soldier, cashier, is your seed money. Don't eat your seeds, plant them. Before we wrap up, here's one last pro tip. If you live in a state with a high cost of living, look into remote service arbitrage. You can provide services to people in California while living in a cheaper state, or even just a cheaper county. The geographic arbitrage is the ultimate cheat code in the US right now. Don't let your energy fizzle out today. Try one of these methods tonight, and when you wake up a year from now with 3 sources of income, you'll realize that the expert barrier was just a wall you built in your own mind. Finish strong. I'll see you in the next video where we break down the exact tax hacks for the normal American worker.